The Democratic National Convention is officially underway, and today marks day 2 of the event.
And just less than 6 hours ago, night 1 all wrapped up. Jasmine Monroe joins us now with a recap of everything that happened last night right now this morning. Hello, Jasmine.
Hey, good morning to both of you. It was a long night in Chicago. I stayed up late myself to watch it. Just 1 month ago, President Joe Biden was the official Democratic presidential nominee, and just hours ago, he formally passed that torch to his Vice President Kamala Harris. Now, the convention kicked off in Chicago with the theme "For the People." Vice President Kamala Harris delivered a surprise speech, firing up the crowd.
With optimism, hope, and faith, so guided by our love of country, knowing we all have so much more in common than what separates us, let us fight for the ideals we hold dear, and let us always remember, when we fight, we win.
Well, Vice President Kamala Harris will take the stage again on Thursday for the final speech of the convention to formally accept her nomination. Now, later in the night, President Joe Biden highlighted the accomplishments he and Vice President Kamala Harris made together while laying out the vision for the country's future under her leadership, in contrast to former President Donald Trump.
Are you ready to vote for democracy and for America? Let me ask you. Are you ready to elect Kamala Harris and Tim Walz?
Well, former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, the first woman to clinch a major party nomination in 2016, urging voters to help shatter the glass ceiling by electing Harris as the first female president. Now, on day 1 of the Democratic National Convention, thousands of protesters took to the streets calling for a ceasefire in the Israel-Hamas war. Several protesters were detained and handcuffed by police. Now, in response to that protest, Republican vice presidential nominee J.D. Vance took to X, stating, quote, "Given that Kamala Harris wants to defund the police, maybe she should have them stand down and let the protesters do whatever they want." Now, Harris did voice support for the defund the police movement in an interview back in 2020 before denouncing the movement after she had joined President Joe Biden's campaign. And that's a recap of day 1 of the Democratic National Convention. Of course, we'll be following this through until Thursday with your latest updates from the DNC.